Hey guys, so do you want to learn a leadership principle that's going to accelerate your growth on your leadership journey? Then that's what you're going to learn in today's video. So you're going to want to stick around for the entire video. Hey guys, it's JT here and I'm back with another video, another effective leadership principles for the younger generation. So in this series of video, I'm not just covering effective leadership principles that the younger generation can learn now to accelerate their growth on the leadership journey, but also touching on a myth that sometimes the older generation might feel. So who am I exactly? Why should you watch this video? So myself, I'm somebody a bit more on the seasoned side of a leadership. I've been in my leadership journey now for over 10 years, delivering multitudes of projects ranging from £5,000-10,000 all the way up to £600-700 million projects. So we're talking massive scale here. And what I've done over the series of my leadership journey is I've developed a set of leadership principles. And I put them all in my book here called Managers Are Not Leaders. But I'm not going to take you through the book today. No, what I'm going to do is just share with you how one of those effective leadership principles can apply to you and what you should be doing right now to accelerate your leadership journey. Remember, this is all about growth. And what I'm sharing with you, my message and the reason I do this is to bring leadership to your life so that you can have a positive impact. And that is essentially what I want to do, have a positive impact on your life. Right, so before I proceed, if you do like anything in this video, please leave me a comment below, hit the like button so I know that you like this kind of content. So I'm going to get straight into it. Let's talk about the younger generation. So being myself, as I record this, I'm 28 years old. I started my leadership journey over 10 years ago. Considered young then, and now I might see myself as a slightly more older generation because I'm now leading the younger generation. So that's why I want to look at both sides of the coin. And on my leadership journey, when I was a bit younger, I used to talk about how I'd let people take the blame for things. I wouldn't really take accountability for what I am doing. I would often let things slide. There's a saying in my industry called slopey shoulders. So if you take something on and then let it slide and let someone else take the blame, you've got slopey shoulders. And I found that wasn't really taking me anywhere, which led me on my leadership journey, understanding the principles of leadership, to probably one of the most important parts. And this is behavioural accountability. When we take ownership of our behaviours, we understand that our behaviours drive our actions. When we understand that, we start to understand that we know what we're doing. We take control and ownership, most importantly, accountability of our behaviours, because we understand that our behaviours drive our actions, and our actions can help drive influence. And influence is the currency of leadership. If you haven't heard that before, it's probably because I just said it now. Influence is the currency of leadership. That's actually in my book, right? That's something that I found that was really important. It took me from here to here on my leadership journey. People started listening to me. People started coming to me, so they would approach me to take on tough challenges, to be the person leading the team, to pull them out of a tough situation, because they understood that I was someone who was accountable for my behaviours and accountable for my actions. So if you're someone in the younger generation, so you're just starting in your leadership journey, now it is not an age thing. You could be 18, 21, or you could be 35 and having a career progression change. You could have a change in your career, or you could be starting up your business and you're starting to employ your first 2-3 employees. You are essentially going to be the leader. People will want to look towards you, but that doesn't come automatically. One of the key aspects, and this is the key message to take away from the first part of this video if you are part of the younger generation, is you need to be accountable accountable for your behaviors. Because when you're accountable for your behaviors, you understand that your behaviors drive your actions. And once you understand that, your actions will drive influence, which can increase your growth as a leader. Right guys, if you're enjoying the video so far, please hit the like button, leave me a comment below. But most importantly, like I said to you, my aim is to have a positive impact and share this message. And I won't know that I'm having a positive impact unless you tell me. So either hit the subscribe or share this. Share this video with someone that you feel it could really make a difference to. So if you're a leader or you're starting on your leadership journey with someone else, share this video with them. It may help them on their journey too. I wish I had information like this when I started out. I had to learn from trial and error. I've worked with some great leaders and not so great leaders. And literally, like I said, trial and error. I've wasted years developing my style. If you take this on now as a younger generation, you will accelerate and see exponential growth in your leadership style and your leadership influence. Right, so I'm going to move on to the second part of this video, which is to kind of take on a bit of the myth around the older generation. This is a little bit different because often with the older generation, and I've experienced this too, where people see that the younger generation might be slightly lazy, entitled, and not accountable for their actions. And often if you're the manager or the leader, you have to then step in and be accountable for those actions. Sometimes that can be quite frustrating. I know that I've definitely experienced that. I've been in a position where I expected the younger team members to be accountable for what they're doing, yet it always falls back to me. And that is the lesson here. The teaching in this is that actually I was once in that position. I didn't know that I had to be accountable for my actions. And you're probably in the same boat. When you started out as a leader and you're slightly more seasoned now, at the beginning, maybe you wasn't accountable for your actions. Maybe you didn't fully understand or grasp the concept of behavioural accountability. So how can you improve and help better lead the younger generation? Well, first thing is being aware of the situation. Remember, everybody is different. Some people working for you may not have come from a background where they understand what leadership is. A very small percentage of the population truly understand what leadership is, which is why I want to share this video. And with that, understanding that there are different people, different backgrounds, different understanding levels of leadership, you will be aware that not everybody understands the concept of behavioural accountability. So you, as a more seasoned, older generation leader, what can you do? You can, one, be aware for this. Be self-aware and understand their position. But two, you can help them. Allow them to see accountability. So don't just tell them that they've done something wrong and yet it's all on them, because that's going to kill their spirits. That's going to push them away. You've got to think of this as a training and coaching. Imagine it's your child and you're just pushing them away by telling them how bad they are. They're not going to learn that way. However, if you show them and guide them and slowly give them a little bit more accountability. For example, if you've got a project for one of the younger generation, then say to them, okay, I want you to lead this project. I want you to be accountable for this, this, and this. Now, you're going to go away, you're going to find out, you're going to talk to the right people, you're going to do the finances, you're going to report back to me, you're going to be on track on reporting on the program. Pull them into the meeting, get them in the meeting so that they can report. This way, it slowly starts to get them accustomed to behavioural accountability. So they know that the fact that if they don't do their task, they're going to be sitting in front of you and perhaps your bosses to explain why they haven't done it. And that is essentially what behavioural accountability is. Being responsible for your actions. But that doesn't just come overnight. It's not a flick of the switch overnight. It takes practice, Like anything, it's a principle that needs to be practiced. And a lot of that, how you manage and how you lead through behaviors, is in my book. So if you want to find out more about that, you can find out my book, Managers Are Not Leaders, which is out on Amazon. It costs about £7 for the ebook, or if you're in the US, about $10. So it's not that expensive, but there's a lot of value in there that can help you see exponential growth as a leader. So guys, quick recap. I've covered the younger generation and the older generation. For the younger generation, the key message here is be accountable for your behaviors, because it's your behaviors that drive your actions. And for the older generation, be aware that not everybody in the younger generation is going to be fully aware of the concept or the principle of behavioural accountability. So it is your responsibility to help guide them and slowly and incrementally give them a more accountability. This way you can help grow the next generation of leaders. Right guys, if you've loved that video and it's brought you a lot of value and information and something that you've learned from that, let me know. Leave a comment below. Let me know. If you've got a question about this, you want me to do another video going further in depth on a certain topic, leave a comment below and let me know. One, it helps me realize that I'm bringing you valuable content, and two, it can give me an idea to go on to the next topic or the next problem. One thing I love doing is solving challenges, so taking these principles and applying them to real life. Now that's where this is really applicable. Remember what I said, my goal is to bring leadership to your life and have a positive impact. So if you've got a challenge, leave it below and I will show you how the leadership principles can apply to your life. Also, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because there's plenty more content coming out and I really want to share it with you. Thank you very much for listening. This is JT signing out.